spend 4 days in Paris and 4 days in Munich. Then you will have another 2 days for free travel, and we will meet again in Rome on June 14th. We will spend 5 days, 1 day in Florence, and then 4 days in Rome. So basically, from Rome to Florence, we will make a day trip. We will go in the morning to Florence, spend whole day there, and then come back in the evening. And then the trip will finish on June 19th. You will return back to Auburn, and the remaining of your summer classes will start from June 24th. So as you will be taking temporary structures and construction law class, I would say that 20 or 25% of the course will be covered during this study abroad, whereas 75% will be covered once you return back from Europe. And then on thesis, you will work during study abroad, you will collect most of your data, and once you return, you will analyze your data, write up your thesis, and do the presentation. The deadline for your presentation is August 1st. So that would be the final day when you will present your thesis and submit the final deliverables. Any questions?
Could you explain the Italy part again? We're going to Rome and Florence?
Yeah, we will be staying in Rome all the time.
Okay.
But we will take the express train in the morning to go to Florence, spend whole day there, and come back in the evening.
Yeah, so Venice is out.
Yeah. And we had to make this change because during that weekend, there is some local festival going on in Florence. And the hotels were very, very expensive.
Or in Venice.
In
you said,
Venice,
you
yeah.
said Florence, yeah.
In fact, in both cities, Venice and
Oh,
Florence.
really? Okay.
And since James dropped out, so we were in a deficit of more than $10,000. So we had to slightly change our itinerary. Still, we are losing $5,000, but I talked with Dr. Bird, so he will fund the loss from the school funds. So we will be able to make it. In fact, originally, once we designed this study abroad, the budget was based on 18 students, because if you remember that we did a couple of surveys in the beginning, and there were 18 students who indicated their confirmed participation in the trip. But after that, there were 3 who dropped out because they want to graduate in spring and don't want to continue in summer. And then James Fulp, he dropped out this semester. So we were reduced from 18 to 14 students. But we are trying our best to make this trip as good as possible. So in between, once we will be in different cities, there are a lot of cultural activities, construction tours, and some of the special events as well. One question I want to ask you about London: are you interested to go to visit Stonehenge?
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Because the trip to Stonehenge is almost 2 hours on each way from London to Stonehenge. So there would be a lot of travel on the bus. But if you are interested, that's fine with me, so we will make arrangements. And in fact, my plan is that once we reach London on May 26th, then we can go to Stonehenge on 27th. So in that day, although you may be tired, but most of your time will be spent in the bus. You can take a nap or work on your thesis. Now, let's go to the China part. Okay, is also here. So you can take a look at this itinerary by yourself, but these are the details of the activities we are going to do in China. So these are the places we will visit. In each city, we have reserved a couple of days for visiting construction sites. We will also visit a couple of local universities in China, and you will attend lectures by some of the professors there on Chinese construction industry, architecture, and real estate. Also in Shanghai, the Disney World is under construction, so we are trying to arrange a tour to Shanghai Disney.
That would be awesome.
So in Xi'an 4 days, and then in Shanghai, we have a couple of days for construction visits. Alright, so Professor Lewis here, and today he's talking about what are the things you should not do and you should do in China. So do's and don'ts in China. And in fact, that's not a bad idea to start building your document with write down all the notes will provide some sort of your type.
Alright guys, I look at our class schedule. Next week we're supposed to do the Chinese visa application.
Yeah, in fact, I contacted the company and they sent me the form, so I will provide to them.
Okay, do y'all get your passport?
Yeah.
Good. They should be eligible for at least 6 months at a time when you travel to China, or you wouldn't get a entry visa. All right, another lecture on your trip to China. Today I talked about what do you do, what you should do, what you should not do in China, and also we will spend some time on transportation in China as well. Okay. I think we already talked a little bit about what you can do, what you cannot do in my last lecture. How was the one last week by Eric Baker? Good information? Great. I know they had a very good study abroad trip in China. That's 3 years ago. Well, it will be 4 years ago when you guys go to China in 2013. Okay, first thing is, have you ever been to New York City? Alright. Have you ever been to a football game, home game? That's what you're going to experience everywhere in China, just like a football game, home game, crowded, people everywhere, all kind of people. Anywhere in China. Okay. So this is a shot of taking the subway in Beijing. Yeah, that's normal. It's not rush hour. That's normal. Okay. Are you ready for that? Okay.
I think it's going to be a breeze when we get back.
What about smoking? You ready? You like smoking? You do, right? Or you don't? Regarding that, that's what you see. Because there's no ban in China for indoor smoking. You can smoke anywhere, any age.
Like on trains and everything?
Yeah.
What about in hospital?
Hospital, yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, train, air conditioning place in train, bus, restaurants,
Well, planes.
plane, no plane. That's right. Yeah. But you only fly once in China. Most time we take a train. And the train for us, we're going to take the Southeast Sleeper. So we have our own room, our own unit. That'll be okay. But other places,
Hotels and...
yeah.
So it's not
In your room, will be fine. We'll ask for a non-smoking room. But in the lobby or in the restaurants, people smoke. Everybody, not everybody. A lot of people smoke, especially in summer. It's air-conditioned place. So it's, yeah, what we can do is ask a different place. We can ask a private room for in the restaurant. Most times you will get it. So smoking is a really big thing, and just a little ready for that. Drinking. Drinking is not a problem. It's not a big problem in China. It just, there's no age limit. You can